finished 75 minutes easy, very relaxed, really nice weather. 75 minutes easy is like my bread and butter. That was tough, had to dig deep there. Just finished about 9 miles at 8:18, 8:20 pace. And it's a little hot and I ran a little later, so just 10 minutes, and the sun was shining in my eyes, but I felt really good, felt easy still. And I am noticing some adaptations in my body for sure. It's really hard to describe, but everything just feels a little bit easier and I just feel stronger and I feel like my endurance has improved. It's Friday morning and my first run in the Hoka Rincon. Finishing up my warm-up. It's Saturday morning and it's my last run of the week. So it's the tempo effort threshold. So 6 minutes on, 1 minute off. I feel like last week I went a little too hard on this workout. I made it more of an interval pace effort type thing. So I don't know. I mean, it's still gotta be hard, you know, comfortably hard. So I guess I'm just gonna try to run at an even effort and see where that takes me. Three reps done. Whew, got 2 more. I wish I could see my real-time split. So like after I finish 6 minutes, I don't know what the moving average was. So we'll see at the end. Well, I finished another good training week, another 60-mile week. Feeling really good about it. So let's go in and talk about running 60 miles a week. What I also wanted to do today is just share some of my thoughts about running 60 miles a week. Now, I've pulled up my running log. Here it is. And I want to show you a few things about what I've tried in the past and what I'm doing now. So what I've done is I've taken 1 week of training from 2019 and I've put it next to 1 week of training in 2020. So these are both from late June in the summer. So here's what I did in 2019. So June 24th through 30th, I basically tried to reach 60 miles in 1 week by doing doubles, and everything was easy. There was no speed work at all. So Monday, I did do 7 miles in the morning, then 4 miles in the afternoon. Tuesday was 8 and 4, Wednesday was 8. Thursday was 5 miles in the morning, 6-mile hike, and then 3 miles in the afternoon. Friday was 6 miles, Saturday was 7 in the morning, then 5 in the afternoon. Sunday was a rest day for a total of about 60 miles that week. At this point, I was running my easy mileage around 8:50 to 9:10 minute per mile pace, so a little slower than I am now, and that's what I could handle. And my longest run was about 7 to 8 miles, which would take me about 60 to 70 minutes. And so what I decided to do was run doubles to increase my mileage. So I would run in the morning, then eat lunch, take a nap, take a break. And then in the afternoon or in the evening, I would run a few more miles so that I could increase to 60 miles. I think running doubles is a perfectly viable option. And I think if I were to do doubles now, I could definitely handle it. But at that point, I wasn't, I think, physically ready or capable or well trained enough to handle 60 miles. So I did 2 weeks of 60 miles a week. And then after that, I got injured and I was out for 8 weeks. I got really bad shin splints to the point where I couldn't even walk. That's the plague of a beginner runner. So that was bad. Now let's turn to 2020 and let me show you a sample training week, sort of the structure that I've been following for the past couple weeks. So June 22nd to June 28th of this year, here's what I did. So Monday, I did 9 miles easy. And then Tuesday, I did 10 miles total, and there was a speed workout in between. Wednesday, 9 miles easy. Then Thursday was a long run, so about 2 hours. Usually I would do 13.5 to 14 miles. Friday, I did 8 miles easy. Then this week, we did a 9-mile hike on Saturday, so I did my tempo work on Sunday, so that was a little over 10 miles. So that reaches 60 miles, and this is all in singles. Right now, I would say that my easy pace range goes from about 8:20 to 8:45 minute per mile pace, which is only a tiny bit faster than 1 year ago. And now my easy run is about 8.5 to 9 miles, so it might be about 75 minutes. So last year, I was running 60 to 70 minutes, and then that was an easy run. And then now my easy run's maybe 70 to 75 minutes. So there isn't really that big of a jump, but I still feel like I've made some big improvements in 1 year's time. I think an important question to ask yourself is, what constitutes a truly easy day for me? So if I were to go out and run, what amount of time or amount of mileage would be truly easy, meaning that I could do it every single day of the week and not feel tired and be fully recovered and be perfectly fine. So last summer in 2019, I would say that I was only able to run, maybe 7.5 miles easy, and that would really be an easy day where I could run that day after day after day without feeling anything. And now I feel like it could be 9 miles day after day after day. So if my easy day is about 9 miles and I'm running about 60 miles in a week and I'm only running 6 days, so that would mean that 9 miles is about 15% of my total mileage, 15%. So if we were to take that idea and go backwards in time, and look at 2019, and if I were to think and say, okay, hey, my easy day mileage was only about 7.57 or 7.5 miles, then in reality, I was only capable of running about 50 miles because 7.5 is about 15% of 50 miles. The question then ultimately is, should I run 60 miles a week or any amount of mileage in singles, or should I run it in doubles? And there's a lot of differing opinions, but my opinion is that you should run 60 miles in singles. For me, I just think that last year when I was trying to reach 60 miles, which was just an arbitrary number, by running doubles, what I was able to do was by running 2 times a day, I was able to push myself a little further than I probably should have. My fitness, my ability, my body wasn't capable of handling that training stress, but because I could rest and then run again, I was able to push myself, which wasn't a good thing. Right now, I think I'm much more capable of handling 60 miles in a week, and I would still prefer to run it in singles. I think it gives you a more honest and more transparent view of where you're at physically. Those are my thoughts about running 60 miles in a week in either singles or doubles, and I hope the examples that I showed you were helpful and gave you insight about how you could potentially structure your training. Now, I will say on a final note that mileage can be a double-edged sword. It can be good. It can be a decent indicator of your training load, and it can help you sort of set goals week by week or month by month. But it can also be really dangerous because you could arbitrarily set a number and then try to reach that number, and that could lead to overuse injury. So I would say you got to really listen to your body and figure out where you are at personally and just stick with it and stay consistent. All right, see you next time.